a pick. I think if a pick turns up anywhere, let me know. Well, how's everyone doing? How was your week? I just checked my Kickstarter right before I started. I'm at 80% funded. $20,200. Thank you all so much. That's amazing. $5,000 to go and I have 30 days, so I'm feeling pretty confident. That last $5,000 is not going to be easy, but I think we'll get there. And if anyone lives next door to the Mucky Duck and you find a guitar pick, put on a mask and bring it to me. Please. Okay, well, I picked a few nice covers to do this week. I'm gonna start with one from James. Whoops. I'm gonna start with one from James McMurtry that I really like. Sang it here a few weeks ago. That's true, Dan Jason. One cheek away and I'm there. If anyone wants to buy an arse cheek off me, it's yours for $5,000. Well, let me think about that. Okay. Thank you, Lisa Jackson. I'm very excited. It is great about the Kickstarter, and the cool thing is, even if we pass the 25,000, it's not going to go to waste because the costs are much more than the 25,000 I'm asking for, and so thank you very much. We found a guitar pick, legend, and so if we pass it, it's not going to go in my pocket. It's going to go towards music videos and PR campaigns, and all kinds of extra things that I'm going to need to do. So thank you all so much for your support so far, and thanks for being here. And I'm going to kick it off with this one called Hurricane Party. This is probably my favourite James McMurtry song, of which there are many. Hurricane party's winding down, and we're all ready for the end. And I don't want another drink, I only want that last one again. He gave me such a fine glow, smoky and slow. Now I should probably be homeward bound. There's just no one to talk to when the lines go down. And I guess that in the morning I'll go looking for my gray-striped cat. My old house can take the weather, so I'm not too concerned about that. It was built to take the wind back in 1910, when this was one damn fine town. Now there's just no one to talk to when the lines go down. And the candles flickered on the back bar, and the building was shaking with the wind. I bought a whiskey for the gypsy, she turned my leather back into skin. It's just a fleeting sense of that rare suspense I once thought made the world go round. There's just no one to talk to when the lines go down. Open up your back screen door. Let me see your face once more. My hands are cold and my feet are sore, and I just can't go on this way. And the thoughts come too fast and too many to keep count. I best just let them on through. Now I'm breaking those glass insulators with my old 22. Off the telephone poles as $50 rolls off the knuckles of a rodeo clown. There's just no one to talk to when the lines go down. When the lines go. My one great love, my God, I can see her still. She ran off to California, now she's living in those Hollywood hills. With some bullfrog prince, and I've not seen her since, though she calls when he's out of town. There's just no one to talk to when the lines go down. When the lines go. Some insurance man biker, he's yelling out for one more beer. But a part-time pirate just can't get much respect around here. We got our problems too, man, and we'll get to you in just a minute. Sit your drunk ass down. There's just no one to talk to when the lines go down. Now there's water up past the wheels of my Ford, and I don't guess that it'll run. But I left a pack of Winstons on the deck. Could you fetch 'em for me, son? The morning's first cigarette, that's as good as it gets all day. I should know by now that there's no one to talk to when the lines go down. No, there's no one to talk to when the lines go down. When the lines go down. When the lines go. Oh, I don't know it. I'm sorry. The Lynches. Oh, okay. Remember to call the Lynches when I'm back in Carlow. What Lynches am I talking about? Who said that? Someone's going to have to remind me what's happening here. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. If you haven't already, share out the stream. Let's get some more folks in here. And if you don't know, recently the stream has been split between myself and the Mucky Duck, so some of the audience is on my page, some is on the Mucky Duck page, and if I don't see your comments, I'm sorry. Some Fulbright. Mary Jo O'Neill, of course. Yeah, I'll do some John Fulbright for you. I just love John Fulbright, one of my favorite living songwriters. And this is for you, Mary, and thanks for helping me out with my Kickstarter campaign, Mary. And if anyone out there hasn't become familiar with my Kickstarter, please head over and check it out. Someone will post a link there for me, I'm sure. That'll be great. I'm at $20,200, which is 80% of my goal. And if I don't get to 25 grand, I don't get anything. But thank you all so much for helping so far. And here's for Mary Jo O'Neill. 6 long days, 7th day he rested, said there's one sure way humans can be bested. Give 'em wine and song, fire and lust. When it all goes wrong, you'll be the one they trust. And now you're all my own, all mine together, all my doubting children locked away forever. I'm God above, Lord God Almighty, Mama. Well, that's not all. I've got me a flame and it's a swinger's ball. If you don't know my name, why you think it's hot down there in July? Well, I've got the means and the kitchen to fry. Now you're all my own, all mine together. You can sing my name, sing my praise forever. I'm God above, Lord God Almighty, Mama. I made the heaven and earth, I made the stars above. Is it too much to ask for a little love? Ah, you can tip my hat to all your creations. You can fly like birds, destroy entire nations. You can curse my name with your last breath. If all I brought to your life was death, and now you're all my own, all mine together, all my doubting children locked away forever. I'm God above, Lord God Almighty, Mama. Yes. Perfect. Thank you. And since I started the show, 3 people have joined me here. Thanks for being here, guys. If you don't know, there's 3 or 4 tables available at the Mucky during these streams. And if you live in the Houston area, I'd love to see you here sometime. Thanks for coming down. It makes a big difference having some souls in the room. And it's very safe here. Everything's very distant. People are wearing masks, so fear not. Rusty is walking up to me with a whiteboard between songs, letting me know what the requests are. So Mary Morong and Sue Troby are looking for Capsize. This was the first song I wrote when the pandemic happened. And it's going to be on the album. On the album that the Kickstarter is funding. That's almost finished and it's sounding great. I can't wait for people to hear it. This one's sounding great with the band. Here it is by myself. This is Capsize. It's 1:30. It's midday sun. It's let's just case of wine, name your place and time. It's not security, it's not stability. I don't have money, no place, no plan, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. Oh, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. Hey. I'm easy, I'm slow, I can be lazy, I know, but I'm right where I wanna be. So spare me the third degree. I'm the ripple in your drink, I'm a smile that's out of sync, I'm the rainbow at your funeral. I speak in Roman numerals, I'm almost inconsumable. My parachute's on fire, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. Oh, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. But you know, like I know, I'm the bottom of the pyramid. I'm socially inhibited, I'm headstrong, but it's a heavy load, and the wolves are at the door. But it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. Oh, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. So much better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. Ah, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all. Thank you. Oh my God, Rose! Oh, I didn't recognize you with the mask. Oh, hey, it's great to have you. And you've got the Saxon Pub t-shirt on. I'm missing the Saxon Pub. Great to see you. Aunt Shelley says, hey, Aunt Shelley. And Marie is listening from Loop, Texas. Where's Loop? Is that far from here? Texas has so many. There's a Dublin, there's a Paris, there's everything, isn't it? And Loop now. What was the other side of that, Rusty? Mary Jo will see me Saturday. Oh yeah, that's right. If you don't know, I'm going to be here on Saturday with my good friend and great singer and songwriter Andrea McGee. We're going to swap songs for a couple of hours here this Saturday, so don't miss that. It's going to be at 5 o'clock, the normal time, 5 o'clock here, 11 o'clock at home. I'm super excited about it. Now I'm gonna do another song that I had planned to do here. Oh yeah, I listened to this Sean Prine song on the way down that I've always loved and I've never sang it. So got the lyrics here, it should be good. This song nearly made me cry one time. I remember listening to a interview with John Prine, and he said he only knew the chords in this song, and so he threw them all in and made a song. And some of the chords he just wouldn't put. If he had known more about guitar, he probably wouldn't have written this song, and it's just a cool way. It's every single chord he knew, and he put it in and made this song, which has enormous insight and compassion. And I think he was like early 20s when he wrote this, or maybe even he was a teenager. But it's one of my favorites. Here it goes. We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta liked living there. And it had been years since the kids had grown a life of their own, left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha, and Joe is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War, and I still don't know what for. It don't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. Me and Loretta, we don't talk much anymore. She sits and stares through the back screen door, and all the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream that we've both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy. We worked together at the factory. But what could I say if he asks what's new? Nothing, what's with you? There's nothing much to do. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. So if you're walking down the street sometime and spot some hollow ancient eyes, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello. Oh, what's that? Cairns or Cairns? Hello, Eileen Doyle from Cairns. Good to have you here. Jim Murtaugh is missing me, and Ripley. Someone from Ripley is here. Jim Murtaugh, thanks for tuning in. Ripley is a small village outside London where I lived for 4 months in 2012, and I made an album there and became great friends with everyone that lived there. It's actually how I met my current manager, Ted. He happened to be living in that village at the same time. But I have really fond memories of Ripley. I used to sing in the Anchor pub every night for free Guinness. That was a great time. Thanks for being here. Trina, Pat Lynch is in Old Lockton. Of course. I remember it well, Trina. I'll call into Lynch's when I'm home for sure. Whenever it's safe to come home. My problem now is, as much as I'd love to go home, especially for Christmas, I don't think I can get back in. Because I'm not a citizen here yet. So it might be a while. Kate Howard, hello Kate. And Kate's looking for Feeling Indigo, of course. This is another song that's going to be on the new album. Wrote this with Ben Jones. Here's how it goes. There's a smell here in the kitchen. There's stains on all the walls. And the dirty dishes keep getting taller and taller, and I'm rejecting all my calls. Reasons to be grateful, reasons to believe. Well, these lists keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and I'm forgetting how to breathe. But nothing's gonna happen when you're saving all your ashes, staring at a fork in the road, filled with indecision, feeding superstitions till your head explodes. You're feeling indigo. You're feeling indigo. For so long now I've been losing, 'cause I didn't know the game. Lately I've been studying up on the rule book, and so far all the outcomes stay the same. And I was daydreaming on the freeway, and this preacher was selling it well. He said, God save those who live in comfort, while all the sinners sink into hell. And nothing's gonna happen when you're saving all your ashes. You're staring at a fork in the road, filled with indecision, feeding superstitions till your head explodes. You're feeling indigo. You're feeling indigo. I don't wanna walk away. I'm just needing something true. When everything around is gray, but I'm not really feeling blue. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo. There you go, Kate. Thank you, Rose. What an intimate gig. There's Samantha. Rick Malcolm's is looking for Help Me Make It, which is a song off the first album I did. Actually, that one I recorded when I was in Ripley. And I can't remember it, Rick. I honestly can't remember what the words are, but I'll learn it for next time. I'll do it, maybe I'll do it this Saturday with Andrea. There's Steve Fleming. How are you, Steve? Went to university with Steve Fleming in Maynooth. I hope you're keeping well, man. Right, another song. It's easy to get lost in these comments and read what everyone's saying. Kate, actually, I'll do another one that you like, that you messaged me about, by the incredible Eric Bogle, Bogle, I'm not sure how he says it. But he's an Australian songwriter, and his songs are huge in Ireland. Liam Clancy interpreted this one and really made it his own. It's my favourite version of it. And for me, it's one of the greatest anti-war songs there is, and it's just heartbreaking. So strap yourselves in. Now when I was a young man, I carried me pack, and I lived the free life of the rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, and I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time you stopped rambling, there's work to be done. And they gave me a tin hat, and they gave me a gun, and they marched me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. And amidst all the tears, the flag waving in cheers, we sailed off for Gallipoli. And how well I remember that terrible day, how our blood stained the sand and the water, and of how in that hell that they call Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs to the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was waiting, he primed himself well. He rained us with bullets and he showered us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat, we were all blown to hell. They nearly blew us all home to Australia. But the band played Waltzing Matilda when we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, and we started all over again. Well, those that were left, we tried to survive in that mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, though around me the corpses piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I woke up in my hospital bed, and I saw what it had done, and I wished I was dead. I never knew there was worse things than dying. For no more I'll go waltzing Matilda all around the green bush far and free, to hunt, tent and pegs, a man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. So they gathered the crippled, the wounded, the maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The legless, the armless, the blind, the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship pulled into Circular Quay, and I looked at the place where my legs used to be, and I thanked Christ there was nobody waiting for me to grieve, to mourn and to pity. But the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway. But nobody cheered, they just stood and stared. Then they turned all their faces away. And so now every April I sit on me porch and I watch the parade pass before me. And I see all my old comrades, how proudly they march, reviving old dreams of past glories. And the old men march slowly, old bones stiff and sore. They're tired old heroes from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they fighting for? And well, I ask myself the same question. But the band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But as year follows year, more old men disappear. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And their ghosts may be heard as they march up by that billabong. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Thank you. Yes. Thanks very much. That was the band played Waltzing Matilda by Eric Bogle. What a great song. And if you haven't seen Liam Clancy doing that, check it out. Now I have a request from Mary, who's looking for my song Hills of Caledon. I wrote this song 2 years ago. It's one of the first songs I wrote. I had just moved to Austin and I was making my first independent album. It was the first time I had written all the songs on my own album. And as I sat in Canyon Lake, I wrote this song about home. I'm very lucky to grow up in Borris, County Carlow, in the southeast of Ireland. Tiny community of 1,500 people, and a lot of them are watching here tonight, so hello to everyone back home. And I wrote this about home. It's called The Hills of Caledon. Leah is looking for smiling eyes, and I will do that, Leah. Drink from the cool red river, tie back your hair. Jump up from behind the tall grass and give me a scare. Always on my mind, creatures from the mountainside, rolling through the hills of Kaledman. Do you remember when we built that little tree house without hammers or nails? And as soon as the heavens opened, the little tree house failed. Always on my mind, memories from the mountainside, rolling through the hills of Kaledman. And it took me a while, but now I can see the people around made a difference in me. You gave me life, and you watched me grow, and you taught me the things I needed to know. Now I'm sailing away to be free, but the place where I'm from still lives within me. I just needed some time to be by myself, to stop following dreams meant for somebody else. When this hard life starts to take its toll, then I know the place where I wanna grow old. And when I find the one to have and to hold, when I'm settling down, I wanna go home. To the hills of Kaledman. Thank you. It's from Mary Morong tuning in. And I see Ben Barmer's there. Thanks for tuning in, Ben. Ben does an amazing residency in Austin every Monday night at Craft Pride. Unfortunately, that hasn't been able to continue, but he is doing his live streams every Monday. I can't remember what time, Ben. Maybe you'll let people know, but Ben's amazing. And actually, I need to reach out to you. I have a favour to ask of you, Ben, if you're still here. I'll talk to you privately after this. Thank you, everyone. And I also see my brother Simon has just tuned in. Haven't seen Simon in nearly 2 years. And he heard me doing this song for the first time a few weeks ago, and I think he likes it, so I'm going to do this for you, Simon. And this is another one from the new album. I wrote this about politicians, and it's called Just a Venial Sin. Like a snake in the desert, you can shed your skin. You couldn't care less about the state I'm in. Everything's right till you discover it's wrong. And then you stomp your feet to a different song. There's a bluebird singing all the cardinal hymns. When no one's left, you let the right one in. Freedom wants whatever freedom gets. You'd lay it down for the price of a cigarette. There's a crack in the ice. You're as subtle as a shotgun. And now you're exposed, lying naked in the hot sun. Ah, let's call it a win. It's just a venial sin. You said you'd swallow the gun, but all the dying is done. Since he turned 14, he'd been putting it away. Got himself a one-way ticket for a penny a day. Worked a part-time job on the Lower East Side. Upper-class dreams in a working-class mind. Let's make a move. Send him back to where he came from. Before he's too old, it's better in the long run, and we'll call it a win. It's just a venial sin. You said you'd swallow the gun, but all the dying is done. It's just a venial sin. It's just a venial sin. Thank you. Simon is watching with my mother and my aunt, my godmother Anne. Hello, Mum and Anne. How are you doing? Thanks for watching. You're welcome, Ben. And seriously, everyone go check out Ben Balmer. He is incredible. It's weird. I'm sorry to the people who are actually here. I always get sucked into this, and it's a weird dynamic. Okay, I'm gonna do another cover. This is a great song I heard for the first time a few weeks ago from my manager Ted. He put this on in the car. I just thought it was a fantastic song from Dawes. And here's how it goes. with his back against the San Francisco traffic. On the bridge's side that faces towards the jail, setting out to join a demographic. He hoists his first leg up over the rail. The phone calls made, police cars show up quickly. The sergeant slams his passenger door. He says, "Son, why don't you talk through this with me? Just tell me what you're doing it for." Oh, it's a little bit of everything. It's the mountains, it's the fog, it's the news at 6 o'clock, it's the death of my first dog, it's the angels up above me, it's the song that they don't sing. It's a little bit of everything. An older man stands in a buffet line. He is smiling and he's holding out his plate. And the further he looks back into his timeline, that hard road always led him to today. And making up for when his bright future had left him. Making up for the fact that his only son is gone. Letting everything out at once, his server asks him, "Have you figured out yet what it is you want?" "I want a little bit of everything, the biscuits and the beans, whatever helps me to forget about the things that brought me to my knees. So pile on those mashed potatoes and an extra chicken wing. I'm having a little bit of everything." Somewhere a pretty girl is writing invitations to a wedding she has scheduled for the fall. Her man says, "Baby, can I make an observation? You don't seem to be having any fun at all." Well, she said, "You just worry about your groomsmen and your shirt size. And rest assured that this is making me feel good. I think love is so much easier than you realize. If you can give yourself to someone, then you should. 'Cause it's a little bit of everything. The way you choke, the way you wake. It is waking up before you, so I can watch you as you wake. And so in that day in late September, it's not some stupid little ring. I'm giving a little bit of everything. Oh, it's a little bit of everything. It's the matador and the bull. It's the suggested daily dosage. It's the red moon when it's full. All these psychics and these doctors, they're all right and they're all wrong. It's like trying to make out every word when they should simply hum along. It's not some message written in the dark or some truth that no one's seen. It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. Thank you. Thanks a lot. There's my dad tuning in. I don't want to leave him out. Dad, are you not at home in Ballymurphy? Where are you watching from? Why didn't Simon mention you in his comment? Well, I know my dad likes this one, so I'm going to do this for him. I wrote this about being a young artist and how sometimes it feels like it's the whole world's against you. And especially coming from somewhere like Ireland where there is a bit of a culture of begrudgery. I love Ireland a lot. It's my favourite place in the world, but it seems like ingrained in people is this begrudgery, and sometimes they don't like seeing other people doing well, and I wrote this about that corrosive mentality. This is called Kerosene. Thank you. And here comes my towel right on cue. Thanks, Rusty. She struggles with anxiety. She's a product of society. Talks about it all in her poetry. Poetry's her lifeblood, but it's always so misunderstood. When people say it's bad, she knows it's good. She knows that it's good. Harry's got a new dream. He says he's gonna make it on the big screen. If he's a movie star, then I'm the queen. And he's always on the back foot. Listens to the whispers in the neighborhood. When people say he can't, he knows he could. He knows that he could. So throw away another journal. Don't stray outside the circle. Who do you think you are? Get your head out the stars. You're staring at another ceiling, crippled by another feeling. Weep it away. Night turns to day. Find your something to say. You didn't act like we told you. Didn't love who you're supposed to. But someday the devil's gonna get you. And there's no time for laughter. No time for happy ever after. When people wanna own you. People wanna own you. And here comes the cavalry in waves of depravity, coming for you. Turning the screw to sniff out the blasphemy, broken scales of morality. Draw a line in the sand, get up and make a stand. Take your place with the damned. Still got the big dreams. Still think you'll make it on the silver screen. I will smother that all in kerosene. Whoa. Thank you. Thanks for all your comments, everyone. I have a few songs left in me. I'm going to do this one by Miles Zuniga. Miles has become a good friend of mine since moving here to Austin. First saw him with The Resentments, one of the first bands I saw in the Saxon pub in Austin, and became a fan of The Resentments, and then was fortunate to hang out with Miles and write some songs with him. But this is one of his songs that I've been singing. It's really beautiful. It's called Grey Skies Blue. And I think in a few weeks, Miles is going to come down here to the Mucky Duck with me, and we're going to swap some songs. I know he's returning to Austin today, so watch out for that. I'll be announcing that soon if it's going to happen. This is Grey Skies Blue. Yeah. Sorry. Make the coffee, make the bed, wipe the dusty cobwebs from my head, and I think of you and all the things you do to make my grey skies blue. Hello again, Valentine, you drank up all my wine. But I don't mind, 'cause baby, I know you could make my grey skies blue. I start, I stop, I tie myself in knots. I'm here, you're there. Well, who says life is fair? It's just your voice on the phone, and I'm living in the wrong time zone. You're so far away, but baby, I know you could make my grey skies blue. I start, I stop, I tie myself in knots. I'm here, you're there. Well, who says life is fair? It's just your voice on the phone, and I'm living in the wrong time zone. And you're so far away, baby, I know you could make my grey skies blue. Yeah, baby, I know you could make my grey skies blue. You. Whoops. My mother just asked for Smiling Eyes, which Leah was asking for earlier and I forgot, so this is for Leah and my mum. And this is the first song I ever wrote. I want to say huge thanks to the Mucky Duck for having me here again. It's my new home. Here every Wednesday night. They're the best. They're doing everything they can to stay above water in these dire times for music venues. It's not easy for anyone, but they're being very creative and and they're giving it their all. So please head to their website and buy a meal for a frontline worker if you haven't already. It's a great way to support the frontline and the Mucky Duck. You can also buy one of their beautiful t-shirts that I try and wear as often as I can, and help them any way you can. So just head over to McGonigels.com and also subscribe to their Live from Norfolk Street. If you're enjoying these live streams, you can become a supporting member and you will have access to backstage things. Like, I do an interview every week. Shane asked me some questions and I know they put that up for the members. There's encore performances. I always do an encore here that goes to the supporting members. So if you want to become a member, head to livefromnorfolkstreet.com. There are several ways to support the Mucky Duck, so do what you can. And here's for my mother and for Leah. The train's overcrowded, my shirt isn't clean, my frail tired body is nestled between a man on his phone shouting numbers and stats, and a mother who can't get her child to relax. And I can't wait to get home and see your smiling eyes. My head hits the pillow, my eyes start to shake. Fears wrestle failures and keep me awake. And dreams just remind me of who I should be. My head says I'm fine, then my heart disagrees. And I can't wait to wake up and see your smiling eyes. 'Cause nothing compares to the warmth of your smiling eyes. When the road in the distance is long, and the sun's on my back, and the rain's falling sideways and blows me off track, I'll think of the things that remind me of you. Distance is long and the sun's on my back, and the rain's falling sideways and blows me off track, I'll think of the things that remind me of you. When the beckoning darkness is hard to ignore, when vessels of friendship have drifted ashore, when I'm under the influence far from your gaze, and all of the colors and lines start to fade, I'll never be far from the warmth of your smiling eyes. 'Cause nothing compares to the warmth of your smiling eyes. Thank you. Okay, I'm almost finished here. I wanted to do this song before I stop. If you have any final requests, send them in, and I'll get to them after this one. And thanks a million for being here, everyone. It's been 6 months of surviving like this, and thank you for paying my rent and buying my groceries, and I really do appreciate it. And also thank you for your incredible support of the Kickstarter. If there's anyone you think might be interested that hasn't heard about it yet, feel free to send them a link to my Kickstarter campaign. If you haven't yourself had a chance to have a look, go over and look through my rewards and see if there's anything you might like to purchase. The way I see it is you're just buying the album off me before it's ready, and that allows me to make it. So thank you so much for everything. I'm going to do this one, and then I'll do one more. And this one's sounding really nice on the album. It's called Precious Cargo. It's a song about kind of growing up and getting something that's important, and it makes you become more responsible. My road was oh so light. The road was long and I traveled day and night. My feet were strong and I'd walk through fire and ice, searching for you. When I found you, I was scared. The road disappeared and I felt so unprepared. My strengths were down and your words sounded just like a prayer. They went right through me. I didn't have much in my pocket. What was left soon disappeared. Spent it all in taverns, chasing whiskey down with beer. Gambling and wagering, and looking for a fix. But now I've got precious cargo, and I'm not taking risks. Now when things don't go so well, when spirits fracture and tempers start to swell, I know she loves me and I love her as well. Things will be okay in the morning, 'cause when treasure comes your way, you grip it tight through blizzards and hurricanes. And in the dead of night, when your demons keep you awake, she'll pacify your burdens. You took my hand, walked me out to see the sun. I'd been on this road forever, but my journey's just begun. Empty vessels disappear out on the sea, but I've got precious cargo, and I'm keeping it with me. We're united, we're connected, we're a pair. Happiness is only real when it's shared. So take the lead and I'll follow you anywhere, if you let me. Oh, let me take your hand. We'll cast our shadows in the sun. We've been on this road forever, but our journey's just begun. I give to you my everything, but be careful what you do, 'cause I've got precious cargo, and now honey, so do you. Honey, so do you. Thank you. Okay, and I just got a request from Samantha, so I'm gonna do this for her. I think this is really for her nephews. I know they like this one. And thanks so much for being here, everyone. Thanks to my live guests and my virtual guests. And please support the Mucky Duck in any way you can. I'll leave you with this one. Oh, Diane is looking for Lorraine. I'd love to do that. We'll see how I'm feeling after this. I'll try to do both of them. Papa found out, he began to shout, started the investigation. It's against the law, was against the law. What the mama saw was against the law. Papa looked down and spit on the ground every time a name gets mentioned. Papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. I'm on my way, I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way, taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Hey, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Take me away, but the press let the story leak. Now when the radical priests come to get me released, we was all on the cover of Newsweek. I'm on my way, I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way, I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. Down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Well, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Hey. Thank you. And since Diane is looking for Lorraine, and that's like a very special song to me, I'll do that. It doesn't get requested very often. I haven't sang it in a while. So I'll go from that to this. I wrote this when my Aunt Lorraine passed away a few years ago. and I was here in the States, and I didn't make it back for her funeral. And she was an incredible woman, and she left behind my cousins Roisin and Connor and her husband Brian, and so I wrote this for them, and this is called Lorraine. And thank you very much, everybody. Memories fill the silence where laughter was before. You loved nothing above us, and still we loved you more. Your mother's love was sacred. I wonder what you'd say, looking down on graduations, looking down on wedding days. And it helps to ease the pain if we sing about Lorraine. Lorraine, In all these passing moments, the house becomes less bright, but we're grateful for the memories that you crafted with your light. You know it helps to ease the pain if we sing about Lorraine. Lorraine. And when our thoughts become untangled, when all our tears run dry, that doesn't mean we don't remember, as all the weeks and years pass by. And when the rivers dance with rain, I'm gonna hear Lorraine. And at the dawn of every day, I'm gonna see Lorraine. You know it helps to ease the pain if we sing about Lorraine. Thanks very much, everyone. I'll see you this Saturday with Andrea McGee. Me and Andrea are going to swap songs here on this stage, and then I'll be back next Wednesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a good week.